I'm Steph.
I'm Captain Michael.
And today we're checking out Star Trek Captain's Chair.
From WizKids.
Yes.
And our good friend, David Turksey.
Oh yeah, this you can tell this is a passion project.
It's so
if you're into
good.
Star Trek, look no further, you found your game.
That's right. It's as if the Imperium series went into the Star Trek universe and melded with it.
Yeah, Imperium Classics, Imperium Legends, Imperium Horizons. So if you enjoy those games, you will probably enjoy this
And
one.
I already love those games. And I might enjoy the Star Trek theme.
I don't know what you mean.
You might guess that maybe I might enjoy the Star Trek theming. So,
Just a little bit.
This game plays either 1 or 2 players and has a box play time of 60 to 120 minutes. So thanks to WizKids for providing us this copy of Star Trek Captain's Chair, and thanks to David for giving us not 1 but 2 fantastic rules teaches as the game was being developed. But they didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games. Let's get right to it while I teach you all the rules. And this might just be a rules teach video. We're going to see how long it goes.
Yeah.
So, what you're going to do is, first you're going to have to separate all of the decks and place the central market strip in the middle of the table. Normally, you're going to put it to where it is perpendicular to both of the players, and you're going to put these locations sort of like this, but to save space, we are going to put them like so. What you're going to do is you're going to have cards that say person, cargo, ship, ally, red ones that say incident, pink ones that say encounter. You're going to shuffle each of those separately and then place one face up like so. Each of these characters will have their own deck. Now, who can you choose from? Picard is difficulty 1 out of 10. Super easy to play. Very straightforward. Shran, the Andorian, is 2 out of 10 to play. The other ones are a little bit more difficult, but I look forward to playing all of them. So you've got Benjamin Sisko right here. You've got Koloth. You've got Sela, if you enjoy Romulans, and Michael Burnham. So, from what I understand, there are expansions coming, and I am so looking forward to that. So, you're going to need to leave room for a junk pile over here. You need to separate the location deck into starting and advanced locations. The starting locations all say starting location down here at the bottom. Shuffle each of them up separately. All of the advanced locations will go on the bottom of this stack. You're going to take 1 starting location, put face down on top, and 3 more starting locations right here face up. And then all of the other starting locations are going to go right to the box. So, you are going to find all of the Stardate cards appropriate for the mode you are playing. We're playing 2-player mode, so you're only going to need 5 of these Stardate cards and put them on in order from 1 to 5. Then you're going to take a number of glory that you see right there and put right on top. Anytime you take glory, you're going to take from this spot. So, we've got dilithium, which are the pink crystals, and you've got latinum, which are these gold-colored bars. And glory are all of the things with the United Federation of Planets symbol on it. So, we are going to create a supply of all the ship tokens. If you see any ship tokens with your person's face on it, then you are going to take those aside and keep those ready to be used. Now, all of your cards in your personal deck should have your little picture in the bottom of it. Notice these cards don't have anything in the bottom of them. Those are neutral cards. They can be purchased by any player. But cards like this start out with me. Notice your captain doesn't really say anything on it, but you're going to put the captain card right here next to your board with your 6 away tokens on them. You'll notice there are 6 black ones and 6 pink ones. You're going to place those on, you're going to place a certain number of them on your captain. Notice I have a 5 here on my captain's card, so I'm going to put 5 of them on here. The 6th one, I'm just going to have to put off to the side. Steph, yours says 5 as well. So how many do you have? 2, 3.
Too many.
Too many. Okay, good. So, if cards say deployed on them, you're going to deploy them into the area. Notice this is a ship. I'm going to put the Kumari right here. It's going to be available for me whenever I take this action. So I'll get back to that momentarily. You're going to have several cards that say available on them. Those you're going to take and you're going to shuffle up as part of your deck. You're going to then draw 5 cards for your starting hand. You're going to have several cards that say reserve on them and several other cards that say development on them. You don't need to shuffle the development cards. You can put them face up off to the side. They're not available to you yet. All of the reserve cards you're going to shuffle and put face down perpendicularly across the development cards. So, just like in Imperium, every time you need to draw from the draw pile, but you don't have any cards there, you are going to get to put first a reserve card and later some development cards into your deck. We'll get to that momentarily. You might also see cards that say incident in your deck. Your initial 2, Picard and Shran, will not have any of those. But no.
Oh, okay.
No. You might have incident. Yes, but not this one. You might have one that says incident at the bottom. These 2 decks will not have any of those. Notice that her incident says available. If it says incident at the bottom, it goes into this incident deck and shuffled in. If you have a controlled location card, it will go up here in your controlled location area. If you have a status card, again, these will not have it. They'll just go above your player board. If you have anything marked as discard, you will put it over to the side in your discard pile. If you have, let's see, what else do we have here? Anytime that you have a duty officer, it's going to go above your captain. Normally, you've got 1 spot for a duty officer. If you ever promote another person to be duty officer, your other one goes to the discard pile. So you will also take 1 dilithium, 1 latinum, and 1 glory and place it above your player area. If you are playing on the basic side of your boards, you'll notice you have 1 mission up here. If you're playing on the advanced side, you will have multiple missions at the top. You need to take 1 of these mission tokens for each one because you need to do some of these missions. For the basic game, you're only going to have 1 mission, and therefore you need to take only 1 mission token. And it's very important to get that mission complete. I'll tell you why in just a bit. So, choose somebody to be starting player. They're going to take the number 1 token. They're going to get the first action of the game. So my fleet is going to go down here. My controlled locations right here. On my turn, I'm going to get 3 actions marked with these isolinear chips. Anytime you take an action, you can turn it over. And if you want to remember what you've done, you will put it on the cards that you play down in your staging area. Now, I am not going to play my cards up here. I'm going to play them down here. I'm going to show them and then put them down here in my staging area. If we need more room, Steph will zoom out momentarily, but we're going to try to do it without. Cards that are in your staging area are not considered on the table. The only cards that are considered on the table are cards in your fleet area, in your controlled locations. If I were to beam a card onto a ship, for example, you'll notice that my Kumari has an activation, discard a card to beam a card here. If I were to beam a card on board the Kumari, let's say I own this card, it's in my hand, I can beam this card into the Kumari, like so. Notice I have these disruptor pistols. Anything that is on here are little tags, much like Terraforming Mars has tags for those cards. And you'll notice I now have, if it says, if a card that I have says, get something for every weapon I have, I do indeed have a weapon. I also could be said to have 1 cargo at this time. This does count. However, I cannot use any of these special abilities of this weapon. If I were to play this, it would instead go into my staging area, not into my play area. And so I would not have a weapon in play because everything in my staging area is going to go to my discard pile at the end of my turn. Anything that's on a ship or any ships that are deployed or any fleet, any duty officers up here, any locations, they will not go to the discard pile. They stay up here. So let me reset this stuff. So whenever you want to take an action, those will sometimes be actions on cards. For example, notice that this has one of those isolinear chips. Steph, can you fix the focus slightly? I'm not sure if this is perfectly focused. I'm not sure you're going to be able to do so.
No, it was.
That's probably as good as it's going to get. It may be just a little too hot. Anyway, notice it has an isolinear chip here. It also has the word attack. Attack means something bad is going to happen to my opponent. So it also says play, gain 1 of these red military levels. That's these down here. So I would go up 1 on military. I can't remember what these 3 are called. Let's see if I can find that out super quick. It is I'll let Steph look that up while I continue. I cannot find it. The actual terminology. Oh yeah, military. Sorry, research, influence, and military. So whenever I play something, I'll spend 1 of my isolinear chips and do the thing on it, and just do what the card says. It says I could, if it asks me to discard, I'm discarding from hand. I'm not discarding from out in the deployed areas. If the term is to recall something or to log a controlled location, for example, then you will do it from whatever location it says. Controlled locations are the ones up here. So do the thing on it, keep it in your staging area. You can do as many things as you want as long as you do not exceed 3 actions. Notice that some cards say Activation. Well, this activation also takes one of my actions, one of my isolinear chips. Discard a cargo to send an away party to a controlled location. Not these locations, a controlled location that I already have in front of me, which I would send, like if I had already controlled this location, I could send an away team from my captain to here. If I don't have any more on my captain, I can take it from anywhere. Now, you don't have to necessarily have to have a ship. If an effect tells you to send an away team to an area, maybe you send a shuttlecraft there, for example. So, anytime you are unsure of what a keyword is, everything's in the back of the rule book.
There's also a player aid, which I don't have.
That I will give that to you, Steph. Sorry about that.
It helps me.
The player aid is super helpful. It will tell you what a lot of those common keywords are. Notice whenever you gain or scan, you are going to gain from the market or one of the face down cards. It's okay to go ahead and gain from the face down, but once you've taken it, it is yours. Scan lets you scan X number of cards. So a scan 2, I can look at the top 2 of a deck, and then I can gain a card of those 2. Or if I don't like either of those, I could still take the top face up one. So a scan is like an advanced gain. So the ones you don't take go to the bottom of the deck. Whenever you gain something, you can choose to put it on top of your discard pile or on top of your deck. Other keywords might be take. You could take directly from, like, take an incident to your hand, take an encounter card to your hand. Enlist is to take a new card from the reserve deck or the development pile, whatever it says, and put it on top of your deck. Find lets you find something in your draw pile, hand, or discard pile, or your reserve deck if you're allowed to do so. Recall is make it from being in play, sending it to your hand. Everything is on your player aid, and any terms that are not, just make sure to follow what the rules say. Anything that says activation that does not have an isolinear chip can be done one time per turn. For example, if I wanted to if I want to spend 1 dilithium to warp this ship, I will turn this card sideways to show I have activated it, which means I won't be able to do these other activations unless I have a way to refresh this ship. So I've turned this sideways and I'm going to warp a ship. I could warp a ship maybe to Corvan 2 over here. So how do we get control of these areas over here? Well, normally this is going to happen during the control step of your turn. So now that I've told you all a little bit about the main portion of your turn, let's go through a turn in detail. First, you're going to resupply. And anything that says resupply is going to happen. For example, my guy has resupply, add 1 dilithium per cargo I have in play.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah, I know. I was doing that all the time. The second thing is to do the control step. If you have a location that is secured by you, you can take control of one of them. If you have 1 or more secured locations. What is a secured location? You have at least 3 tokens and 2 more than anybody else. So if I have, let's say Steph has a ship somewhere, and I've got a ship and a token, then I am going to be able to, if I have 2 away and a ship, and Steph just has a ship, I have control and have, I have secured this location and can take control. So Here's a catch. You cannot send an away team to an area, to a place that has more ships than you do. So let's say I have the Kumari here, and Steph wants to send an away team here. She can't do it until she sends a shuttlecraft or the Bozeman or the Enterprise to this planet. And then she can start sending away teams here. So if I'm unopposed, or if I have as many, I can be sending away teams to here. Now, what happens when you take control of a location? First, you are going to dismiss all of the ships at that location, including your opponent's ship. However, your opponent is going to get 1 glory for each away team or ship at that location. So if Steph were like this, she would get 2 glory. I would dismiss my Kumari to the discard pile, and I would take control of this location. And then I would get whatever control effects that are on here. For example, this one here has a control effect. You can gain a person. If it's a scientist or an engineer, gain a glory. Remember, all the glory you get comes from here. This acts like a countdown timer for the game. So remember, you can do 1 on your control step. Then you're going to get 3 actions plus whatever activations you want to take. During your action step, if you manage to complete one of your goals, then you can get the reward effect and then mark it complete with the mission. Again, you want to make sure to do this, because if you don't, some of your cards are not going to be worth anything at the end of the game. Then you're going to do the cleanup step. In the order of your choosing, you're going to activate all of your cleanup effects. Currently, I don't have any. If you have been given a Stardate card, you're going to do that now. When would you give somebody a Stardate card? At the moment the last glory is removed from a card, I'm going to give this to my opponent. And then Steph is going to do that on her cleanup step. We are going to immediately put 7 glory on this once I've revealed it, and then any additional glory is going to come from that. So let's say it's Steph's cleanup. She is going to wipe the market, removing all the tokens from it. After you have done the Stardate resolution, if any, because remember, you might not have one of those in front of you, you must take one of these glory and place it on one of these 4 cards in the market, making it more valuable to someone who might acquire it. So if I were to gain this card or take it, I'm going to get that glory on it. If that manages to clear this, if that was the last glory, same rules apply. It's my turn, so I'm going to give that to Steph. But no, I'm not going to get this next turn, because remember, this is going to be wiped clean next turn. Then you can discard you will discard all of the things in your staging area and any cards left over in your hand that you do not want to keep. Then you're going to draw back up to your hand size of 5, and you're going to refresh your exhausted cards, like this Kumari. And that is the basics of what a turn looks like. So, a few advanced things to consider. As I mentioned, once everything is out of your discard pile and you need to draw, first, shuffle up your discard pile. Place it over here on your draw pile. Place one of these reserve cards onto the top of your deck and then continue drawing. If you don't have any reserve cards, you can choose to take any of these developments, pay the cost on it, and then add it to the top of your deck, which is awesome because these are cards that have really powerful effects and usually worth quite a few victory points, which are down here in the corner. So let me put these like so. What is this? These are my reserves. All right. There are some rules about cards with the wild card tag. Um, Keep in mind that anything with a wild card tag could count as anything else. It could count as any of these other keywords, like it could be an Andorian or an Imperial or a Vulcan or a weapon, even. It counts as one of anything when you want it to happen. But make sure to review the wildcard information in the rule book. Anytime you gain on one of these specialties, you are going to make yourself eligible to get victory points at the end of the game for certain cards. So notice that this layout is different from mine. Michael Burnham starts off at ×1 on military and is at ×3 when she reaches level 5. Well, notice Shran starts off at level 1, at level 3 is ×2, at level 8 is ×3, 11 is ×5. So all of them are a little bit different. So remember what I said about you want to make sure to complete at least one mission, because if you don't complete at least one mission, you're not going to get specialty points at the end of the game. For example, consider my captain. I've got this yellow stripe down here with a question mark. That means I'm going to score a number of points equal to my multiplier down here in the diplomacy area. If I can get this all the way to the end, that's ×6. He's going to be worth 6 points. Maybe I want to focus on yellow. Maybe I want to focus on something else, though, based on the cards that I end up with. Let me see here. I believe that should be mostly it. Some cards and a few locations will let you beam cards to them. As I said, that puts it on the ship like so. Whenever you dismiss the ship, you're going to dismiss everything that is on the ship with them. So if I've got the Kumari out here and several weapons ready to go, and I take control of this location, what's going to happen to all those? They're going to go to my discard pile. So keep that in mind if you are trying to work towards, for example, Shran's goal of having 4 weapons in play. Well, you can't put those weapons in play unless they're probably on board those ships.
Or look, yeah.
Or a location,
possibly.
if you can manage to get them on a location.
Yeah.
So the last keyword that I can think of that you might need is the captain's log. That's a permanent way of getting rid of cards. You're still going to score points for them, but they're going to go underneath your captain's card. For example, I have a card in my deck that lets me take a controlled location and log it to get me some awesome amount of, I think I get an encounter card.
If you played that few games, then you're familiar with this.
Absolutely. You're logging them to history.
Yeah.
Into your pile.
Yeah, and you still get to score everything, and it culls your deck, so you can cycle your deck faster, which is really what we all want to do.
Yes, and a lot of cards are self-logging. It'll say, play this card, then log it. Essentially, it makes it a one-time use card. So, you are going to keep going until you reach the end of this 5th star date. Any glory after this 5th star date will just come from the supply. So, you are going, actually, that is one of the 2 ways you can end the game. That way is called a resolution. If you end the game by resolution, meaning you've run out of this, out of all of the Stardate cards, you're going to get 1 VP for every glory token you have, 1 VP for every token either away team or ship out here on neutral locations, not your own. So I'm going to get 2 points for that. And then any end game cards. Those have a red border on the side, like Steph's down there on Picard, on that red border card, which says...
score 1 point for each of my ally cards.
So she wants tons of these ally cards.
Yeah.
So you're going to get all of those, all of the victory points on all of your cards. Plus, if you manage to complete a mission, then you need to, if you've completed at least one mission, you're going to get your specialty points as well. And if you're playing on the advanced side of the board, some of those missions are going to be worth glory points. That's one way to end. The other way to win is called the burn. And that's if all of these incidents are gone from the incident pile. If that happens, then we go to scoring, and it's not victory points at that point. It's whoever has the most incidents loses. Now, there are always ways to get rid of incidents. Well, usually. I can't say always. Which will put them back in the incident pile. That's probably what you want to do, unless you've got a way to win otherwise. Now, let's say we have finished up and we each have 5 incidents on the burn. We then go to normal scoring as if we had a resolution. It is possible to get the resolution and then draw that last incident. If that happens, burn takes precedence over resolution. Also, keep in mind each mission can be completed only once. I did not mention that, but that is super important. Let's see here. Wildcard traits do not count as other traits for scoring, so they would not count as allies for Steph, for example. But that's only for endgame. Steph, anything else you can think of?
I don't think so.
If you're looking for certain cards, notice all the cards in the base game are right here. If you are trying to look for a card, but you can't find it in one of the decks, well, there is a method that you use. First, look out here, then look in a deck, and if it's not there, look in the other 3 decks one at a time, and then if it isn't anywhere, you just get 2 glory as compensation. Like if you're looking for Klingons.
It's scan for synthetic.
Scan. Yeah, like if you're scanning for synthetics, for example, and there are no synthetics to be had, then you're just going to get 2 glory as compensation. All right, I think that should do it. We good to go?
Yeah, they will just play.
All right, I am number 1, so I have not even looked at my cards. I should probably do that. And looking for my glasses. There they go. When I will give you an idea of what happened to me when I played and why I warned you to complete the mission, I could not find 4 weapons. So I am hopeful, now that I see this, that I might actually find 4 weapons.
I'm going to take it.
So obviously there is no, well, I do have resupply. Gain 1 per cargo. I have no cargo. There is no control step here for me because nothing is out here. So I'm going straight to my action. I am, well, that's not great for me. Oh, one rule I forgot to mention. It's a really important rule. Super important. If you ever do not have the resources to do something, you can spend a glory for up to 2 dilithium or 1 latinum. So I could spend a total of 2 latinum or 3 dilithium at this point, but it's going to cost me. So I see a weapon there. I do not quite have enough for what I want to do. So I'm going to do this, play, spend 2 dilithium to gain a cargo. I want this weapon. So I'm going to do that. And it's going to cost me this glory.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
It's worth it for me because I know how bad it is to not get this. So, looking at this, let me see what I've got here. Decide what.
Yeah.
I'm deciding what I want to do with this.
Yep.
Because I am gaining, I'm deciding whether to put it in the discard or put it on top of my deck.
Right.
Which means I'm looking at the card to see what it does. I think I'm going to put it on my discard pile because I want to cycle through that deck as much as possible. So that's one action. One action, I'm going to play Andoria. I'm going to flip this over. I play to take control of this location. When I control it, I gain a military and a diplomacy.
It's pretty good.
On activation, if I have an away team there, I draw a card. If I have 3 or more here or anywhere else on my controlled locations, I draw yet another card. Or my first card if I don't even have one here. I could have 3 somewhere else and get that card. So that's sort of interesting.
This replenishes right away.
That does indeed. You are correct.
Okay.
It's an unstable wormhole. I am then going to... Well, that is substandard, but I might have to do it.
Yeah, do it.
I need 3 controlled locations and 4 weapons. Looking at those starting locations, I do not like it much. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this. What? I'm going to discard a card to beam a card. Do the Kumari. Discarding. Actually, I'm going to discard this directive.
Whoa.
Let me look who lost it is. Loss is okay. I'm not digging him completely. So, discard that to beam a card here. I'm going to put this weapon onto the Kumari. And that leaves me with 1 card in hand. I am actually going to discard it out of play. Unfortunately, I'm at some point going to have to get it. Sorry.
Did you do a third action or no? I
did not. So this says play. Put a card on top of your deck to return this card, and I can't.
Right. Okay.
I could. All right. I do have something I could have done instead. Let me back that up. I do have something else I can do instead. I can discard a cargo to send an away team to a controlled location. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to discard this cargo. This is my third action. To send an away team to a controlled location. Boom. If I have an away team here, I draw a card. So that is one way I can do this. Whoops, it's not this that I've already played this. Where's the one that I discarded? It's this one, I think. It is the one. This is the one that I did not want. I played this one, remember? Accidentally put that back in my hand. All right, I'm sitting there with 3 cards. All of them require play. So I'm going to... I don't need to discard a card. I could spend 1 dilithium to warp a ship. Whoosh. Where do I want to go? To enlist a development. Ooh. I can put a card on top of my deck and spend an action to enlist a development when I control this. That's hard to choose. Nope, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to discard some stuff. I'm going to discard all three of these and draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle up.
Good choice.
I think so too. This is going to go back. These are going to come back to me. I'm going to get to put a glory on something out here. And I am not going to put it on anything Steph wants. So I'm not getting any of these cards. I am getting the 5th card right there.
Yep, me.
You.
Resupply nothing. Control
Are
nothing.
you kidding me? Dang it.
Actions 3. I am going to.
There are your 3 actions.
No, I can keep them here.
It's okay, except they weren't spread out or anything.
No, I'm just gonna flip them as I
Got
do
it. You can do that.
I'm going to activate this ship.
Salt, they do look like gold pressed Latin.
Promote a person from my hand to the officer on duty. There he goes. So that's done.
All right, that was where?
As an activation.
Then you need to activate him.
What do you mean? Yeah, I don't really do that, so I tapped it a little bit.
Okay, just pay attention.
No, you. Then I can
you.
free play.
Free play. I did not work. I should take that back.
That's not what I thought it was. Wah, wah. Okay.
Wah, wah.
Never mind. I can warp this ship.
Warp
No,
the ship.
if he's tapped, I can't play it.
That.
Oh, that's when I play.
Yes, you have not played it. It's in play.
Yeah, it's tricky. All right. I'm gonna play him, take an incident and discard it.
The key to this game is to not overthink it. Do exactly what the card says. To do what? Read it for the class.
Discard this, discard the top card of my deck, send 2 these to a new location.
Did it?
So that was 1 action.
No, I'm not letting you take that, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to fight me for it.
Okay. I'm going to play this. It doesn't take an action to spend 1 of these pinks to draw 2 cards and discard 1 of them, and gain a yellow this.
Yellow this.
Just
All of that?
that. I didn't get an ally. A
lot of good stuff. I need to look at my people.
All right, that's getting discarded. I can free play this thing. It says draw a card, then discard a card. And then I get to warp up to 2 ships.
Whoosh.
Go.
Okay, maybe you can't have it.
Yeah. And then I can play this to gain. I still have 2 of these?
2 of what?
Wow.
I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of you.
Just gonna take all the incidents, I guess.
I don't know.
Gain a ship. Do I want that ship? What is that ship? Deploy this ship, steal 1 from you. I don't want that ship.
Okay, then you don't have to take
That
it.
is not a good ship. Sure. I'm just gonna play this. Take an incident to take an incident directly to hand. And then I'm going to take this ship, which gain a ship. So I got Packlid Freighter.
No, I love the Packlet Freighter,
Uh, he's going to get discarded.
but I love him.
Yeah. Yep. And then I get one more action, which oof. Um, I don't think I have a time travel in play, so nope.
If you do, that'll be interesting.
I'm going to play this incident.
Whoa.
Discard a card to return this card. And it did not have a blue thing, so this just goes here.
What did not have a blue thing?
It would have been a bonus if that had a blue symbol on it, which it does not. Did not. Da 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 da.
Da, 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 da.
Activation. Da. I don't need that ship, so I am all set. So I do this, shuffle this, put this. I draw 4 more cards. The first one being this one.
You got your thing?
All done.
All right. I am going to gain 1 per cargo. No cargo, sadly. I am going to activate this to. Sorry?
I have to put a token there.
Why don't you do that? Here.
Yes.
I'm going to do this to draw a card. I am going to do this to promote a person from my hand to duty officer. What are you doing? Spend 1 latinum to return this card. You may refresh a ship.
That's nice.
I love it. Discard an Andorian to remove 1 opponent's thing from a location. Dismiss this card. Did it. Send 1 of these to a location. Oh, like that. I'm going to take Corvan 2. Gain 1 and 2 for each controlled location I have in play. That's 3. Wish I had those earlier. Oh, shoot. I'm probably going to have to keep that card. What am I at? 1, 2. I have exactly 5. I hate to get rid of this card. And I'm all out of activations. Spend 1 to warp the ship. And I will go ahead and discard down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Color something up. And you?
Yep. I resupply. Discard the top card of my deck to gain a gold. Okay, I'm doing it. I don't really know why I need these things, but sure.
Well, you don't need platinum. You
Not
can give it to
really.
me. You can give it to me then.
I'm going to play this.
Oh.
Control this location. Gain 1 blue. Going to play this ship. Oh, I could deploy him instead.
Deploy him what?
I don't know why I would deploy this.
I don't understand what the question is. Why would you not deploy it?
Because then I don't get the benefit of the cards.
How do you deploy it?
With him.
What is this? Read the words for the class.
Free play a ship with a star fleet.
Free play?
Free play. Meaning
Is
just
not
play it.
Yeah, but you're using terminology that's not the correct terminology. Free play is not deploy.
Oh. So how would I ever get this in play? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
There may be a card that says deploy one of your ships, in which case you would be able to. Again, you can't overthink this. The cards do what they say.
Wow.
If the card doesn't say you can deploy it, then you can't deploy the card.
So I can free
Don't overthink. Free play means you play it without doing your isolinear chips. That's all free play means.
Okay. So that's what I'm doing. And then really need pink, so I'm going to utilize. Do you have anything that when I do utilize?
Nope.
I'm gaining 3.
That's something that's late game for my deck.
Got you. Do not have an ambassador, so that is a bad incident card. I should deploy this ship. So play to deploy this ship.
What does it say?
Deploy the ship. You may gain a card. No, I used him. I gained
Right. You're OCDing me.
a cargo from the junk. There's no junk.
There's no junk.
That's fine. I still want this in play, so. And then I could do. I have no thing there. I could discard. I have done all the things. So I am in the cleanup stage. Place glory on this ally for me.
Place glory on this ally.
Sure.
Then what?
And then I'm done. I am drawing back up.
Gain 1 per cargo. Don't have any. Don't have control or not secured, I should say. I am going to do this to draw one card. And the card is going to be one of these. Oh, silly human. I think I'm going to have to do this. Take an incident to scan 2 of ally. Can you give me 2 allies, please? Can you put both of these on the bottom? And I will take the binars. I may, okay, so can I take an incident also? Whoa, did you put mine on the bottom? Oh, this is a different one. I see it doesn't have my name on the bottom. I may free play the game card if I do log this card. Getting that silly human out of my deck. Free play, gain a cargo, log this card. Let's go, cargo. I could take that wormhole, but man. Oh, the wormhole. Oh, I destroy that card when I take control of a location. No, I'm just going to take this. Um, what did it say? Sorry, I don't know whether it's take or gain. Gain a cargo. I don't like this cargo. Oh, actually, that's not the worst thing in the world. Reluctantly putting it there. Hmm. Dang it. Discard 2 cards to send a dude to a location. Discard 2 cards. 1, 2. Oh, that's controlled location. Boo. Sorry, it's taking me a while. Free play, gain 1. Attack play, gain 1 military. Junk a card from the market. I'm going to junk that ally. More allies. You may discard a Klingon, Romulan, or Breen to remove these. I do not have one, unfortunately. These are going to be discarded. My last one is going to be put a card on top of my deck to return this card. I may promote a person from my staging area. I do not have one. These go back. These go back. I put one thing up. What does this do? You get this. So on your during your cleanup, you're gonna do that.
Resupply.
5, 6, 7. Whoa.
Discard the top card of my deck to gain 1 gold. I'm gonna just keep doing it because I don't know if I'll ever need it.
I need it.
Control.
You will need it.
I control this.
Yes.
He gets dismissed. Bye.
Bye.
This
Yes.
comes into control.
And you take the control thing.
I may put a card on top of my deck and spend an action to enlist a development. Don't mind if I do.
And if so, what?
Put that
You don't
there.
log it?
Put the top of my deck and spend an action to enlist a development.
Oh, got it.
So I will enlist the.
That's one of the few times that you can dig underneath your reserve pile to get hold of your development cards.
It cost me 3 pink and 1 gold. So I have it ready to go. And then what? I'm going to. What's that?
Where is. I thought I could
Okay.
free play something.
I'm going to play Wharf.
Whoa.
Take an incident and discard it. Okay, I'm just collecting all the incidents. How about that?
Oh, that's that.
Discard the top card of my deck. That. To send 2 to a neutral location. So let's go. And then.
And then.
What's a Starfleet?
Which means.
Oh, that's not a ship, though.
I don't understand what the question
He
is.
allows me to draw a ship from my discard pile. Got it.
Oh, yeah. What does the Starfleet have to do with it?
He likes the Starfleet icon, and that's a
Does it
Starfleet.
say a ship with a Starfleet?
No.
No. Now I'm just confused.
Also confused.
Yeah.
So,
You also can't combine things.
I know. I'm going to play. I'm going to play this. Put a card on top of my deck. To return this card, I may promote a person from my staging area to officer on duty, which I'm gonna do. Hold on. If I want to use him first. I'm going to use him first before doing that to get this card that's a ship from my discard pile into my hand. So then he is getting dismissed to put him into play.
Sorry, I don't know what just happened, but I'll trust you.
I did an incident. But before I did that incident, I wanted to use his activation ability because why not?
So how do you get him into play? So,
He was in my staging area.
and he was done?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you put a card on top of your deck?
Yes. And then I can free play, gain 1 pink.
You gotta watch you like a hawk.
Well, I'm doing it right.
You are.
Then you may either beam a card to a ship or recall a beamed card.
I just worried though, whenever sometimes you say, "Oh, well, that's a Starfleet, but it's not a ship," and I worry, "Oh, is she doing the things it says on the card?" So yeah, you are.
Let me just make sure that I don't have anything else I can do.
Because you do have.
I could warp this ship.
You do have actions. You can warp him.
Sure. I'm going to spend this to warp this there.
Dar?
Yeah, as an activation. And then I can discard a card.
Can you activate him, please? Yeah.
To remove an opponent. No, don't do it. Not doing that. So I did all these. Now we're going to resolve this, which is during the next player's cleanup step.
That's you.
Wipe all of those. Thank God, that was a terrible ship.
I loved it. I would have taken it.
I'm surprised you didn't.
I haven't had the opportunity. I've only had 3 of these.
Mm.
Can you refresh?
Mm.
I could maybe reach this one.
Yeah, I can't do that one. And then I'm going to place my glory on the ally, because that's what I do. This goes away. And then I discard and draw. So draw these 2, 3, shuffle, draw.
Hit me. Gain 1 per cargo. Guess no, not yet. Yeah. Gain 1 per cargo. No cargo. I have control of this. Do I want to? Yes, I will do it. And then nothing I can do about that. I am now going to play junk a card from the market, free play an incident, or find a doctor. I doubt there's any doctor weapons. So I will junk a card from the market.
Boo! Why you keep killing my allies?
Because that's what I do. Free play an incident. I'm going to free play this incident. I'm going to spend 1 to return this card, and I may refresh a ship. I don't have a ship. That's returned. That's some bullions. I am going to play to gain 1 military. I'm going to junk a card from the market. I don't want to even junk the Booleans. I do need weapons from the cargo area, but I think I will just kill the Booleans and deploy this card. I like deploy this card. Can you put another one? Gain 1 and 2 for each controlled location. 1, 3, 5.
That's nice.
I need them.
Mm-hmm.
I have one more action. I have two more. Sorry. I have, I think, one more action, which I don't think there's anything I can really do. So free playing that thing did not matter much. Should have just discarded it. Oh, I've not taken my card. Let's take my card. That is what I want to do. Discard an Andorian to gain 1 glory and to force your opponent to dismiss one of their duty officers.
Fine. Didn't want him anyway.
No, you didn't. And that is all my. I still have an action, but there's really nothing I can do with it. So. Ah. No, I should have done that instead. That's too bad. Because I can do an attack activation with that to discard an Andorian. Oh well, live and learn. I could have made you take off a thing from a location. If it was from a location you controlled, which you do not, then you would have taken an incident. So that's pretty awesome. I am going to draw my cards and play one of these.
All right. So it's me.
Yeah.
Resupply, nothing. Control. I guess I control this.
No, yeah, you secure it. Now you control it. You may gain a person if it's a scientist or engineer, gain a glory.
So I'll go. No, I'll take her.
You take her. She is not a scientist, nor is she an engineer.
No, but.
And you can put her on top or on this card.
No. But she's Starfleet, so that's.
Yeah, but she's not a ship.
Well, it's more important. Like, it has the yellow thing at the bottom, which could be up to 7 points if I can
if
get
you can
that
get
in
it up there. But the game is progressing quite quickly.
Yeah, we'll see. So
Or it
this is.
seems to be.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now I take some actions. Yeah. My first action will be get rid of this incident. If I have a communication card in play, I return this to game 2.
You do have a communication in play.
I do. So that's not terrible.
Holy crap.
And then.
And then.
Do. After putting an encounter into play, when I log this card, okay. I don't like anything.
Yeah. I don't either.
So instead, I'll do this. Play to gain an ally and log this card. So, fine, I will gain an ally.
Before they all disappear.
Well, I don't have a ship to deploy them to, so mistakes. But I can discard a card to get a glory if I want. I will though. Can you give me a glory, please? I'm discarding a card.
Can I give you a glory?
Yes.
How'd you earn that glory?
By gaining an ally.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You get one every. Sorry?
If I discard a card, which I do, I gain a glory, and I may beam it to a ship, which I don't have, so.
Yes.
I'll play him to get yellow. And I will play this to take an incident to gain a ship. Ouch.
Gain a ship?
Take directly to hand. Okay.
Sorry?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not understanding.
Take an incident to gain a ship.
And take directly to the hand?
For the incident is take.
Take is directly to hand, yes. I thought you said take your ship directly to hand, and I was like, no. That's not take.
That is Kazan. And then, oh, that would have been nice. But here we go. I'm done, so resolve that. Nothing. Place glory here.
On that ally?
Yep.
No.
And then discard and draw. Too many cards in my deck. Not going quickly enough.
Hit me. Resupply. Gain 1 per cargo in play. Did it. Discard the top card of my deck. If it shares at least 1 trait with your captain, gain 2, otherwise gain 1. It is a doctor that does not share a trait. I gain 1.
Zooming out.
I believe I have my 3 things ready, but I'm going to draw a card to make sure. I am going to spend 2 to gain a cargo. Please be a weapon. Probably not a weapon. It's not a weapon. I will put it in the discard pile. I do not like it. Yeah. That cost 1. 2. Play. Take control of this location. Control, you may free play a cargo or a ship. For cleanup, if there are no dudes there, dismiss the card. I can free play. Cargo. Cargo. Gain 1 military. Junk a card from the market. I'm probably doing this at my own peril.
Yeah, if you're trying to find those weapons.
I am trying to find those weapons. I'm taking them blind. The denobulants. I may discard a Klingon, Romulan, or a Breen to remove people, but I do not have. So that's 2. Three. Gain 1, 3, 5, 7. And that's that. Discard 2 cards to send a dude to a location. There's discard. There's dude to a location. Because if there are no dudes there, I have to dismiss that card. I need to place one of these. No, those are mine. Need to place one of these. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff. One, two, three, four. Five. What'd I get? Not what I want. That's what I'm getting.
What do I do? What do I do? Riker is really good. All right. Well, definitely doing this.
What's this?
I got no first two steps. So actions. Take control of this location.
Wow.
I may scan for synthetic.
Would you like to scan for synthetic?
Yeah. Wait, is there
Yes.
synthetic in the ally?
I don't think so. It would be orange. If so, then no.
Okay. So then person.
So he is not a synthetic. Human, Romulan, Klingon, Romulan, synthetic. He had Moriarty.
Don't want him.
All the rest, no matter if you had put stuff on the bottom before, these get shuffled.
Fine is game. Draw a card. Okay, so I'm going to not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Just kidding.
That was one. I'm gonna do this. Play. Oh, if I do, yeah, okay. Deploy this ship. Warp this ship or beam a card here. I'm gonna warp. So,
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da.
we're going to warp
Oh,
here.
to one of your locations.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So then if I did that. I don't like him at all. I'm just going to draw a card. What's this one? That if I have a person here, I don't have a person there. Promote a person to officer on duty. I did not draw him. One more action. So what's that gonna be? I can do the Starfleet. So then, okay, so I can do the Starfleet. So shuttlecraft. Send a away team to a location where I have a ship. And I put this card at the top of my deck. No. And then I can activate this. If I have a person here, I can draw a card. So drawing a card. I did that. And then can I do anything good? Oh, I was meant to do that. Mistakes been made. I'm going to play this, draw a card, then discard a card. I can warp up to 2 of my ships. Can still promote or discard to beam a card. I didn't find my allies, so I want to warp a ship. Do I care? Don't think it matters. So Riker is just so good. I need 2 more action. Don't have it. So, ending my turn, I'm putting 1 on this guy.
1 on this guy.
And discarding this.
This is going to come to me. We load this up with 7.
Keeping 2 in my hand.
All right. This one also kills neutral locations with no tokens, so that's interesting. All right. Me.
Yeah.
You. Me. You. I am going to gain 1 per cargo in play. That's 1. I am going to discard the top card of my deck. It does not gain any, share anything in common. So I'm going to take 1 of these. Then I'm going to play my stuffs. Deploy the ship, warp or beam a card. Let's warp. Where's my Kumari? I'm going to draw a card. What?
She's not terrible. The girl I picked up over here.
Uh-huh. I'm going to discard 2 cards to send a thing to a location. That is just an activation. I am going to play Jamel. Draw a card, then either keep it or discard it to gain a glory or log it. Draw a card. It is a weapon. Well, I'm definitely not going to log it. So I'm going to do that.
Hey, DJ.
No. I've got weapons.
They're multiplying.
I got weapons. They're multiplying.
This is not.
Attack play. Gain 1 more military and junk a card from the market. Junking it. Put up a new ally, please. There are no doctors in the ally. So I can do this to junk a card from the market, but I also have to free play an incident or find a doctor. There is no May on it, so I must do it. Hey, DJ. I know Steph said something, but I did not. So although as much as I want to junk a card, I don't want a doctor clogging up my hand. And again, I'm sitting there on an activation with nothing to, a action and still nothing I can do with it. there is a small chance I could get 4 weapons out. I have 2 weapons out. Problem is, the third weapon is just now in my discard pile. So that's not good time. Good, happy time.
I'm Picard, so I must be number one.
No, you're captain. Number one is the one is like Riker. Riker's your number one. Number one. Um, shoot, I really don't have anything I can do with this action. Huh? The the Shran often has actions that he just can't take. Discard a card with at least 1 weapon to send a dude here and gain 1 handshake. I could do that. All right, discarding a card with weapon to send a dude there and getting one diplomacy. Then I can use my last action to discard a cargo and send a dude to a controlled location. Well, anytime I want to take them, I have to take them from here instead. There's that cargo. Hey, no cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, shuffle. I need to first wipe the market.
Yeah, get rid of the garbage.
Yeah, that is garbage. I actually wanted this Cindy Reptilian battleship. I did not have the card that got a ship. I could not find it. Whoops, 4, 5. I got through it before you.
Yeah, I have a big huge deck of cards.
I've had a better time getting through it all.
Yes.
Without looking at my cards, we are trashing. Putting this up. There's a weapon. You should take it.
Probably should.
Let it clog up your deck.
Are you putting a token on?
Yes, I am. I'm looking through my things to see if I have any weapons. I do not. What I've got. That's that last reserve card.
So it's me.
It's you all day long.
Resupply, nothing. Control, nothing. Play. Hey, finally doing a utilize action. I've been meaning to play for like 4 turns now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue. Up to 7. Riker. Draw 2 cards from my discard pile. I got none. I may spend 1. Do I want to do him first?
Actually, DJ, I have the number 1 token, so it must be me.
I may spend 1 to send this here to a location. If the targeted is a controlled location, trigger that card's control operation.
Which is?
I may put a card on top of my deck to spend an action to enlist.
Nice.
It would be this one. To enlist this star base. It cost me 2. Hold on. Do I have a anything free to get me a gemmy.
This will give you a Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I had any action. No. Dang. All right, so that's gonna be my 2 gems then.
Ouch.
And this
Hey, you used the gold.
had to.
Yeah.
That was this, and now all my other things.
Yeah.
Draw a card. Draw a card. No. Did not get it. Being a card. Nope. And so not as cool. Not as cool. So let's see. Not keeping you. I'm gonna put a token there. And I'm just gonna discard and draw.
Seems good. Got it?
Yeah.
Resupply. Gain 1 per cargo. That's 1. Discard the top card of your deck. It does not share any traits. I hate discarding that one. That one's not good to discard. In fact, I would have used that to get rid of that location, but such is life. I am going to spend 1 to warp this ship. Business. Sure, why not? I am going to draw 2 cards. 1 for that, 1 for this, and 1 for that. I have so many things I want to do. Play this cloaking device. Refresh up to 3 of my ships. Draw 2 cards. Junk a card from the market. And you can do that. Deploy this card. After deploying a ship without cloak, that ship gains cloak for the rest of the turn, and I may discard a card to send a dude to a location, ignoring opponent's ships. Where is it? Action 2, spend 2 to gain a cargo. Guess what cargo it's going to be? It's going to be this.
Weapon.
It's going to be that weapon.
Wow, shocking.
Shocking absolutely no one. I am going to discard a card to beam a card to the Kumari. Hey, guess what? It's a weapon. I have to discard a card for that. That's an engineer. I have 1 more action. Don't want that. Don't want that. Sort of want this. You have a few cards, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What do I have out here? I have diplomacy, I have military, I have one of anything. So utilize is not going to help me a whole lot. Oh, that would help. This development card says play. You may find a weapon. Oh, no, that's find it from your thing. That's not, never mind. Got it. One more action. What can I do with this action? Play. Send a dude to a location. Eventually, that's going there. Activation. Discard 2 cards. To send a dude to a location. We're going to play this for the standard 7. 5, 7. I have 1 card remaining in hand. I'm going to put a glory on something. It's a Vulcan and a Romulan. Yeah, I might try to put that on there. Keeping this card. Drawing up. 4 and 5. Play, scan for a weapon and draw a card. That's what that thing is. £4 seems good. Cost 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yep.
I have no control or resupply,
Yep.
so I'm just going to get into it. Play this.
Get into it.
Find a person, Riker. I may discard a different card to free play him, so I will definitely do this. Playing him. Draw 2 cards from my discard pile. 1,
Nice.
2. I may spend 1 pink to send to a location. If I do, I get to activate the control ability. Find a synthetic.
Okay. No synthetics out, I'm assuming.
No.
It's a Klingon. He does not look much like a Klingon, but he is. Human, Romulan, nothing synthetic. Peanut hamper.
Sure. And then I'm going to activate this to promote him to officer on duty.
Nice.
And then I'm going to draw 2 cards with this. I'm going to draw a card with this.
Nice. Get through those cards.
Counter into play. With this starbase, I can have up to 2 people officers on duty. Alrighty. So
You have 2 on duty?
I can.
I didn't ask if you can. I asked if you had.
I will in a minute.
Got you. I'm going to start scooting my stuff over.
I'm
Because
going
we're
to
needing
play this
more and more stuff.
incident. Put a card on top of my deck to return this card. I may promote a person from staging to on duty. So he goes up here.
Nice.
So
You need 3 allies on the same ship, and at least 2 at level 4 or more. You do have a ship. It's right there.
Trying to figure out what I can do right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can free play a ship with Starfleet, but I don't have any. Draw a ship from my discard pile, which I could do. Um, I don't know how to word that. So I have 1 action left. I need to get an ally before you kill them all.
This is available.
Yeah. Going to play this to scan 2 allies. So I'll scan these 2. Wow. So I'll take this one. What do I do with this?
I don't know. What did it say?
Scan 2. So
It's a gain.
all right, so I do that. After gaining an ally, discard a card to gain 1 glory, and I may beam it to a ship. So he's
You
getting
do what to get a glory?
discarding a card.
Okay, there's your glory. I'll put it over here. So
Yes.
next to your other glory.
And other things I'm doing. Let's see. Play that to get 2 pink. So doing it.
Doing it.
Kind of want to keep this one. Just gonna discard everything else so I can draw 4 cards.
Good.
I'm gonna put it on him.
Put what on him?
The glory at the end of my turn. All right, that was it.
Gain 1 per cargo I have in play. I have 3 cargo in play. Dilithium for days. Control. I have control of this. Whee! On control, you may spend 2 dilithium to scan for weapon or doctor. That's why I took it, but it doesn't look like I need it. I mean, I might as well because points is points, right?
Points is points.
I'm going to scan for weapon. Time travel, create creature, communication, weapon. I got a McLeth. It is 2 points. So I am going to, might as well put it on top. Yeah, might as well put it on top. Make sure I get it into play. All right, that's control. This pops out. Then activation, beam a weapon here from your hand or discard pile. Oh, I could do the one from my discard pile. I could have put it into my discard pile. Sure. That McLeth, I will do it from my discard pile. Oh, sorry, timeout. Resupply, discard the top card of my deck, which was not the McLeth. Biobed shares no traits with my dude. Anyway, beaming that aboard. Now time for my 3 actions. Deploy this ship. I may spend 1 to warp this ship. Might as well. Can you pass me the... Oh, I have the Andorian cruiser. It's right here. I'll warp it to here. It was something I was going to do. I have 3 weapons. There are 4 lights. I will discard a card to beam a card here. It is my 4th weapon. I now have 3 locations and 4 weapons in play. 1, 2, 3, 4. I scan 1 of ship, draw a card, gain an action. So I'll just pull this back for the action. Can you? Oh, I think I can get it. Is this better or is the one there better? I'm going to put this on the bottom. Take this with the glory.
No, I wanted that.
Oh, sorry.
No. It was a weapon too. How about that?
Oh my goodness. I didn't even notice that.
Really?
It's a weapon. I didn't see it. Oh, so when scanning for weapon, technically I couldn't scan for that. Technically I had to take that. But what's done is done. Let's pretend like it was there. This is clearly not as good as this for me.
And that's a good card.
We'll both agree on that. I no longer have to get the weapon anymore. So anyway, I draw a card and I gained my action already. Where do I want this? Oh, I could draw this into hand. Oh, play requires 7, or I discard a telepath. I have neither. So you know what? Put it in my discard pile. Oh, look, it's the Enterprise C.
Was that all your actions, or I'm not sure where you?
I have 3 actions. I had 2.
Okay.
I scanned 1 of ship. I drew a card. I gained action.
Okay.
I completed my mission.
Okay.
I get the action.
Okay.
I have 3 actions. Now we're on the same page. I'm going to spend 1 to warp the Kumari. I mean, that's nice. I have activated this already because that's how I got that card there. I had to have activated it. Oh, I could have. Well, it's a little late, I guess. It says I may after deploying a ship without cloak, it gains cloak for the remainder of the turn, and I may discard a card to send a away team to a location. But since I have drawn a card since then, it's questionable as to what I had in my hand, so I will not. All right, Jamel is a free play. Draw a card, then either keep it or log it or discard it to gain 1 glory. I am going to. I could keep it to put a card on the top of my deck to gain a person. That would be worth currently 3 points. But do I care about that or getting this out of my hand? He is a Romulan. I am going to keep it. Then I can play it. Put a card on top of my deck to gain a person. Card on top of card on top of deck to gain person. Gain it to the top of deck because I have not drawn my 1 card yet. Now I have my 1 card. Attack play. Gain 1 of these. Military. Junk a card from the market. Goodbye. Last ally. Oh, she's a good one. I may discard a Romulan to remove up to 2 opponent this symbol from the same location. Gain 1 for each removed. You have 1 on 3 different locations, so I guess I will take the one from here, gaining a glory. All right, these are all here. Discard, discard. How else can I get 1? I don't think I can.
Terrible.
I'm not sure I can play this. Because I don't have anything in hand. So unfortunately, I can't even do anything with that. That last action goes unused. This is going to go somewhere. How about this great thing? You get this. During the next cleanup step, we're going to kill the neutrals with no tokens present. I set these up right.
Does anything happen if there's nothing here?
Does anything
Are there
happen?
rules about this being empty?
Yeah, there's no more allies.
Is that true or?
Um, really sure? I mean, what else would you put there?
Don't know.
I'm looking. I'm not exactly fully done with my turn. I can
I will wait.
just remember where we are on my turn. I have not drawn up. That's the only thing I haven't done is draw up. Let me. Yeah, I've got to do some things. Suits. Traits. Gaining new cards. Taking new cards. Specialty restrictions, victory point multipliers, locations, ships, warping ships, dismissing ships, away teams, beaming, missions, mission failed, captain's log, final scoring, keywords in detail. Is there anything about the market? There's market setup. Market. When card text refers to the market, it always means they offer a 4 or rarely fewer face-up market cards.
Okay, then.
Game. If no cards of the indicated suit remain in the market, this keyword has no effect.
Okay.
Suit meaning person, cargo, ship, and ally.
All right. Can I see that other sheet of paper with all of stuff on?
All right. I draw 4 and 1 development card and shuffle up these. I think Caridian might be my best bet, but I'm going to have to spend a glory for my Latinum. That's not bad, this commando unit. I can start finding weapons and logging them, I think. Oh, I have to find a weapon and log it for him to actually take effect. Do I even have any weapons? Yeah, but one I don't want to put in there. I've drawn these 4. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's my turn.
I am
After you're
going
done.
to take this for 2 dilithium. Can you move the thing? That's on top of the resource pile. I need to put 6 glory on that number 4 card. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bloop. 4 of 5.
Yep. All right. I need to draw a card. There's no cards here, so I get this one. Shuffle. And then what did I draw? Oh, her. Finally. A little late for you now. Beverly.
Dr. Crusher.
All right, I'm gonna search the ship deck. Attack play. I may spend 2
Yeah, I had no idea that was a weapon.
to scan for either a hologram or an engineer, and you have to discard 2 cards.
Sorry, first, one step at a time. What's the first part?
I scan this for a hologram.
Can you grab them? Why do you scan the ship deck for hologram?
Why not?
because first you have to look at these. If you are scanning
Yeah.
and it doesn't say a thing, you can't choose the deck. Similar to, I could not have technically chosen that Mechleth. I would have had that better ship instead.
I mean, okay. Well,
But that's not my question. My question is, what does it say on the words?
scan for either hologram or an engineer.
Okay.
Tag. So I'm searching for a hologram tag.
Or an engineer?
I choose, I suppose.
Can I see the card? You may spend two to scan for either. I think you can choose. Yeah.
There isn't even an engineer tag in the ship deck anyway.
Then that would be nothing in there. You would basically be
for a hologram. There's one ship that has a hologram tag.
Got it. Well, then you're going to get it if it's here. What is it called?
Holographic drone ship.
You mean the one I just took?
Okay, then. I guess now what?
We shuffle this up and you can search for a hologram somewhere else.
Okay.
How about a person?
There's one cargo.
I have to be thinking about which two cards to discard.
I guess we'll search the person deck. I don't know. I don't think there is one, but we'll look.
I don't know. Hologram. Klingon synthetic android Kepleth is hologram yellow?
It's blue.
It's blue.
But I don't think there is one.
Yeah, I can't tell you. Shady Doctor Imperial Ambassador, Pilot Engineer Scientist McKee, Scientist Business Shady Starfleet Engineer, Engineer Starfleet Scientist, Shady Telepath Ambassador Communication. Nothing.
I mean, I guess should I do engineer? Or do I have to look in the last deck, which I don't know if there is one.
If then you can at least look, and if there's not, then you will get 2 glory, I believe, as the compensation for not having the tag.
All right.
I believe that is the rule. I will double check after I've looked into these one step at a time. What are we looking for?
Hologram.
Hologram. Time travel creature, communication creature, anomaly, hologram. Here you go, is a holosuite.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. And that's worth the 2 glory you would have gotten.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah.
So I've done this. We've got 1, 2. Shit, from my discard pile.
We normally have standees on them for people who are wondering.
I guess I'll use his activation just to log this card. I need to get more yellow tags, and there's just no way to do that.
These are 2 totally different games that we've played. You had a stack of glory when you played the first time.
Yeah, because you didn't kill all my allies.
Well, tomato.
Shit.
I might have just liberated them from your oppression.
Guess I'll play this.
Says the guy in the Starfleet uniform.
And then I get to do this to draw 2 cards. And then I can take an ally. Take an incident.
Oh, I have to discard 2 cards, yes?
Yes, you do.
I should probably do that.
Gain an ally. Gaining an ally. Discard a card. pretty bad. I'm going to place him here. I gain 1 glory.
1 glory. Good job.
Okay, and then got 1 more action. Go.
I know I'm not going to get to spend all 3 of my actions this time for sure. Oh, actually, keep this girl.
And play this to get 3 yellow.
I gotta do that.
All right, then I'm done, and I think I kill everything. All right,
Much as I want that, I can't keep it.
done. So this happens.
Yes, these disappear, and these disappear. If you could put out one of them, I will reach the other 2. This is gone. And your glory.
I guess.
Gain 1 per cargo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I can sneak one of these out. Resupply. Discard the top card. Does it share trait? Romulan Anar weapon hologram. No, it does not. And I did not get my drone ship. I gain 1 more. Boo. I am going to draw. Is that the one that lets me draw? Yes. Boo. Oh, it's so bad. I'll put Zoe out here. Deep Space K7. Barracks 3. You don't have anything special for utilize, do you?
No, only you do.
I have I've accidentally had to discard through him twice, sadly.
I played the utilize last turn, if that matters.
No. I've like I say, he's hit my discard pile, sadly.
Yeah.
Activation. Send a dude to that ship's location. That looks like that ship's location. I am going to discard. Oh, that's also an action. Slow your roll, Michael. Attack activation. Discard an Andorian to remove 1 opponent's dude from a location. If it was removed from a location controlled by your opponent, they take an incident and dismiss this card. Now that I don't need it there, it's fine to discard. What does this say? If you're
If I have 3 or more of these out here, I get an extra card.
if you have 3 or more out here,
Yeah.
yeah, kill this off, and that will give you an incident.
It does?
Yeah, because that's a plasma rifles.
Is it a take?
Usually they yes take, and I dismiss that card. That was 1 action. This is gain on one specialty track. I have 2 red, 3 red. 1, 2, 3 red. Excluding beamed cards. So I would not get them for these if they had them. I do get these 3 though.
Can I see the rules while you're going?
Yes. I can probably answer the question if
I
you
know,
need.
but you're doing your turn.
That's fine. Finally, it's time for the Imperial Pride to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of these is. Can you get me the 2 top? No, just the top encounter. And I have to log a controlled location. I'm going to log this that has nothing in common with Shran. So I gain 1 diplomacy. This one was the thing you gave me. And what do I do with this?
Goes into, I think it says gain, right? Does
This
the
is
card,
also, I think, the third thing.
does the card say gain?
Looking. Take.
Okay.
Unfortunately, 1, 2. That's my third action. And I guess I'm going to free play this. Junk a card from the market. How about this? What did you put your token on?
That one? Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I definitely put a token here.
Yeah, you had to have. You had to have. You had to have. That's fine. Junk a card from the market, free play an incident, or find a doctor. I'm going to find a doctor. Oh, find a doctor?
Meaning you go through your discard pile.
Oh, that's right. I don't think I have a doctor. In my draw pile, I don't think I have a doctor. Nope, I have no doctor. Well, that wasn't necessary. And then I have this, which I'm just going to discard and draw 5. I only have 5, so that's that.
So place of glory.
Placing a glory onto one of these cards. How about this shit?
Discarding this to gain this. I don't think it helps me at all, but sure. No control. I am activating this to discard a card to beam him here.
Nice.
Finally.
You are going to get it. You have got it.
Yeah,
Nope.
I just got it.
You got to get. Oh, you do have it.
Yeah.
Good. Mission up.
Mission up. Gain 4.
You need those. And draw 4 cards. You may junk a card from the market. Good job.
2.
I could not rush the ending on you.
I had an ally in here that I could buy if I had to, so I wasn't that worried.
You were, yeah. I had an easier time finding weapons this time than I did the first time. I learned from my first game.
Yeah.
Not sure it'll help me, but I will have a much closer game or maybe pull off a win, unlike last time.
All right, so Then what? I'm going to try this. Do any of this stuff yet? All right, do this. Play.
Do this.
Select a controlled location. Oh no. Before that, I'm going to activate this to get a card. And I can do this. Select a control location if there is a person and a ship there. Look at the top 2 encounter cards. Take one of them and return the other to the bottom of the deck. And log the selected location. By dismissed.
Oh, I missed that opportunity.
All of these people go to the discard and gain 1 blue. Keep one of these. I'm keeping this one, I think. Um, so this passive increase your hand size by 1,
Mm-hmm.
but it can't stay in play.
Why?
Oh, it says deploy, so therefore it's gonna be like a location. It's not bad.
Anything you deploy stays out, like this cloaking device and that plasma rifles that I had, and anything that says deploy, you deploy.
I'll keep it. I will play it. Gain 1 and 1.
Shoot.
So passive, increase my hand size by 1 whenever scanning. I include all in junk cards too.
Sorry?
When I scan cards, all junk is included.
Nice. Now you can scan for allies.
Activations. Recall a non-time travel card from my staging area.
Recall in hand.
If only I had good cards. Let's see. Who else?
When is this?
It's just
It's an
if I
activation.
choose to activate it, which no, not doing. Bada-boo.
I will be right back.
I want to put that into play. Replay a ship. I'm going to draw a ship. No, not doing that. Free play a Starfleet ship if I have one. I do have one, so do I want to do that? It's gonna draw a card. I did that. Oh, after putting an encounter to play, gain 1 glory. Sorry, I was supposed to do that. I may log a card from my hand or discard pile, so I will.
For doing what? You did what?
For gaining an encounter, putting it into play. I'm supposed to reaction.
To gain or put into play? Two different things.
It's after putting an encounter into play, which I
Okay,
did.
that you did. Good.
I may log a card from my hand or discard pile.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, because these are terrible allies.
Whoa. That's not a nice thing to say.
No. When you log when you log this card, warp all of your deployed ships to another location. Oh, okay. I'm not logging.
Okay.
This is not doing. This is log a card from my hand. If I do, gain 1 of those for every 5 cards in my log. Just one.
What'd you get?
One.
Oh, diplomacy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's him. Oh, I still have one action. I want to play 20 of these cards.
Yep, can't help that. Would have been even more if I had done that utilize card where it lets you draw cards or get dilithium.
Okay. Yeesh. I want to do everything. All the things. Okay. He's free. I may spend 2 this. You have to discard 2 cards.
No.
And I'm gonna
I refuse.
scan for a hologram in the discard pile.
All right. Then remind me I have to discard 2 cards. I'm going to try to remind myself of that. What are you doing?
I'm
Junk
doing a hologram.
from the junk.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to shuffle these up because that's the only fair way to do it.
Hopefully there is one in there.
I don't know. Hologram, you say?
Yeah.
Hologram is what? Blue or yellow?
It is a blue tag.
Nope.
Wow. Okay.
What does the card say again? Scan for either a hologram or engineer. So, are you looking for holograms?
I said hologram,
So we looked everywhere but here, yes?
right.
So we're looking here.
Sure. I think we did look there, but
We looked here and got you something.
yes, I don't think.
Which means we did not finish looking through here.
Right. I don't think there's anything else.
Well, that's why we're looking. There are no holograms, so you get 2 glory.
Okay. That's something.
Up.
From there.
Before you do that, double check where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
You did a scan.
Yes.
It says receive 2 as compensation. I assume off of this.
Yes. And then you still need to discard 2.
Yes, coming up.
Okay.
One. Oh.
I have a time travel in play. So I can return this card and draw 2 cards and discard 1. Of course, they're both great.
2.
I'm going to keep that and keep her.
Sure.
End of my turn. Did all the things. Um, okay, so I guess I will put a token on about the person.
So, sorry, I need to put these out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Put this on here.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
Next. Those things. I gain 1 per cargo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. It's going to be the last time that happens for a while because this is now controlled. On control, you may spend 1 to scan for business. Well, unfortunately, business. So let me get rid of these because those go in. That's first. Including the cards that were on him, unfortunately. So I'm just, this is gonna be the last card of this I get, I'm sure. I am going to spend a glory to scan because this is 1 point. This has got to be at least 1 point, I would think. Scanning for business. Trying to think what would be the best. Let's scan the person stack. Business is blue. Business. Oh, he's 1. Ugh.
It's a pig.
Here's a pig. Yeah, he is. Boy, that's really bad. Wow. Well, much sadness with that. Another location comes out. I am going to cry a little bit. Attack play, gain 1. Junk a card from the market. Let's junk her. That's me. Can't take that. That's worth 1. That's sad. I'm not discarding the thing. Before I take any cards or anything, I am going to beam a weapon from my hand or discard pile. Because weapon. Sadly, I can't get another thing up without getting rid of a lot of cards. Oh, I could play this. That can get me a cargo.
Did we bust?
Did we bust?
Oh god. Hope not. Doesn't look like we busted. We've been going for a long time.
Well, we're about to find out.
I'm still going, so
Mine is not going, but that doesn't tell me anything. Anyway, I'm in the middle of things here, so you'll have to deal with that. I'm at a point where I can draw a card. In order to draw a card, I've got to be able to do this. Business, beverage. I think this is going to be my best one to do. In order to develop this, I have to find a weapon and log it. So I'm going to play this. It's a free play. Draw a card, then either keep it or discard it to gain 1 glory or log it. I'm going to keep it and, well, it says draw 3 cards. You may log one of the draw cards. Yes, all of this. I want this. I am going to keep it. This goes into my, no. Draw a card, this shuffles. I then have to look for a weapon. So I'm not going to shuffle it a lot because I'm going to have to find a weapon. The first weapon I find. It's a holographic drone ship. Um, where am I? I'm lost what I'm doing. Find a weapon and log it. Is it the first one that I find, or can I choose? The keyword find. You don't have to choose the first card. You find. You can keep looking. Yeah, this one for sure. Logging that. Because I don't have any in my discard piles or hand. This gets shuffled. Back again. All right, I found a weapon and I logged it. I have gained that. That goes to my played area. I'm going to play Anar. Draw 3 cards. You may log one of the drawn cards. You may discard 1 to gain 1. Take these. Yeah. I may log 1. I'm going to log this one. I may discard 1 to gain 1. I'm a long way from the next spot, so I'm going to say no to that. However, I've only got 2 actions left, so I might as well do it. Discard, gain 1. I doubt I'm going to get that up, but I'm going to try. All right, he is played. I've got 2 more actions. Draw a card for each controlled location with 1 or more people you have. If you have a scientist in play, gain an action. I don't have a scientist in play. Draw 2 cards. No, worst timing. Got to do it though. Discard a card to gain a gold. Whoops, wrong card. Biobed.
Gosh, that is good.
Got to do that instead. Play 10. 5, 10. If you can aim me to top encounter. Logging shady business.
Yeah, big time, Stacy. Not just for him, but for me too.
Gain 1. Not just for me. What?
A lot of downtime in this. Turns are really big.
Well, they get longer as the game goes on. However, we're almost to the end. So that is a discard. This is I take this, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Play, log up to 2 cards from your hand or discard pile. Since I don't have much.
God, I would kill to do that. I have so much loading my hand down. It's crazy.
Well, I'm going to have to do this one then. These now all go to, let's see, I have 1 card left. Discard a card with weapon. No, don't have it. I don't think I've taken my card. Well, at least I can discard it if I don't like it. I do like it. And unfortunately, I have to hold on to it because it's that good. So I basically get no card draw from that. This comes back. We wipe. Stephanie, if you could do that. I'm putting one up. Looking at what I've got.
Done.
That's not great. Yeah. Discarding this, drawing up to 5.
Alright, I'm going to discard this card to get a gold thing, which I'm not sure it matters.
Close to the end.
Um,
So when we trigger the end of the game, I might have skimmed over that too fast.
draw a ship.
And I was teaching the rules. No, then both players play 1 more turn each. Yeah, I did skim past that too much. If we do the resolution, we go to Steph, and then we each take 1 final turn. I did say that during that last final turn, we could end up with a burn, but that's not probably going to happen this game.
Ship into play. So we're putting a ship into play for sure. Warp a ship or beam a card here. We're gonna warp it here. We're gonna draw a card. I've got no cards to draw.
Wow. You get a development.
Yeah, I have to decide if I want to spend 5 crystals that I don't have for that card. Whatever, 2 glory. I'm doing it.
Doing it.
Putting this here
Bold.
to draw it. Okay, so then I can play Utilize for an action. Gain on 1 specialty track, so it's going to be yellow to 3.
Nice.
And I'm going to play this card I just picked up. Play, requires 6 blue. Recall a non-time travel card from my staging area. I utilize. And then I have
Do it
to...
again.
Yep.
I also love a Star Trek themed game. Con.
So I can promote an officer. Do I want to do that?
Yeah, Stacy, the reason why we worried when you said that is because we've already had Twitch stop on us once. Fortunately, it was between games.
Sorry, I would have got 1 more yellow.
That's up to you.
I would have done that.
Whatever you want.
With promoting him first.
Sure.
I drew a card, so that's done. And then... Okay, let's utilize.
Yeah, like you did that. What's gonna be this time?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue or 4 yellow. Puts me at the end, so we're gonna go with yellow.
It's good. Fives have become sevens. I can't possibly get.
And then I'm going to do this. Recall a non-time travel card from my staging area. I may take an incident
Yikes.
to do this,
Okay.
just in case. And then I log this card. Wasn't really helping me anyway.
Okay. And then?
I'm thinking probably play Utilize again.
No.
Let's see. How many do I have here?
Don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't get to 10, so he's not great. I will use his ability now. Boost that by 1. And
I think I've got my turn mostly figured.
I'm going to treat any incidents play operation as play. Discard a card to return this card if you do, not to. Interesting. I have like 6 incidents or something, so
Yeah, that's great.
not great. But I'm just gonna finish this while I can. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puts me there.
How'd you do that?
Playing it Utilize again.
How'd you do that a third time?
I got it back with this, and I got it back with this.
Okay.
So that's what happened.
Okay, next.
I'm gonna play this, draw a card, then discard a card. Nice.
I actually did all this. We wiped everything on my turn.
And I'm discarding everything.
Okay. And then?
I'm done, so putting one, I guess, here.
Sorry.
Here.
Okay. And then?
You.
And then me. Gain 1 per cargo. I've got 3 cargo in play. And that's all the resupply. Nothing out here. I am going to discard 2 cards to send a person to a location. I have 3 things at location. I'm drawing 2 cards. I am going to beam a weapon here from my hand or discard pile. How about discard pile? Oh, that's nice. That's 2. That's potentially 3. Spend 1 to gain 1. Up. Junk a card from the market. I mean, there's really not anything out there that is rough. And deploy this card. That gets my red up. Whispering is not going to let them know what you're doing.
Yeah, don't have that.
How is this here? No, it's not here. It's in my discard pile. It was a played thing. I'm one short. Maybe I will be able to do it next time. Remove one of my dudes from a location to scan for one of person. So I will remove one from a location. Scan for one of person. I will not take him. I will take Sukal. And he is going into the discard pile. I get the glory. If you have 2 or more Imperial in play, gain 2 glory. Yoink. We will trigger the end of the game, which means we go to you and do one more turn.
So I'll get 2 turns?
You get 2.
Okay. Well, that matters.
That does matter.
And you have to buck something up.
One more action.
Oh, okay. I thought you were done.
3 more cards. I have lots of things I could do.
Sure.
Thank you for your time and attention. You 4. It is not great. I guess I'll play the Kumari. This might give me something that I need. Warp this ship or beam a card here. Don't have one. I want to beam there. Discard an Andorian. I may discard a card to send a dude to a location, ignoring any opponent's ship. You know, I actually will do that. Just in case. Send a dude to a location. That will allow me to draw up 1, 2, 3, and just enough. If I have to buck something up from the supply. How about this nice man?
Okay.
Except he's not a nice man. It's Shady Klingon. I get one of these things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Spending 3. We'll get this commando unit.
I'm going to play this red card to get rid of discard to return this card, and if I do, I have to discard a card to return that card, and if I do, draw 2 cards. So it's discard.
Oh, he definitely goes on top of my deck. I have to draw him in. I don't think I have a choice.
And then I'm gonna draw a card for this. Then I can do this. Action. Select a controlled location with a ship and a person. Look at the top 2 encounter cards. Take one of them. Return the other to the bottom of the deck. Log the selected location. So
Okay.
I draw 2.
Location or encounter?
Encounter.
Got it.
Keep
Right, set
1.
location.
If I had an incident card, I would take it, but I'm taking the koala bear instead.
Well, he's not great at the end game, but he is interesting.
Well, he has 8 points.
Are they not all 8 points?
No.
Wow.
The one I had before is 3. And I gain a blue.
Yeah, he's 8 points, which is awesome.
And then I do this after putting into play.
After putting what into play?
An encounter card. I can't put it to be played. So the other card. This card.
Okay.
If I play it, is that putting it into play?
I don't think so. I think in play is on table. They do say this. Let me look. Looking.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing this. Let's look at the keywords in play. In play. These are in play. Cards in your staging area are in play. They will be moved during your cleanup step. Their table operations are not available. So that is considered in play for you.
So I will switch it and take this card instead.
Okay. What does that do?
Well, I'm not playing yet.
Okay.
So hold on.
I'm holding.
I will.
Are you already 2 actions to the wind?
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I know.
All right. I'm gonna attack play. I spend 2, which is this glory. I'm gonna scan for engineer.
You just put that glory?
I spent 2
To
pink, which is 1 glory.
Wow.
You're gonna have to discard 2 cards, but I'm gonna scan for an engineer.
Discarding 2 cards. That's fine. Heck? Hold on, please. Scan for a weapon. There's not a weapon out. That's 2. What are you doing now?
I'm scanning for engineer in the discard pile.
In the junk pile.
Yes.
Scanning for engineers. Is it blue?
Yes. With a red picture.
It just need to know if it's blue. Plasma manifold.
Boo.
It's the one you didn't want.
Yeah, I really didn't want that.
Because it's worth a big whopping 1 point.
Yeah, that was the worst.
Yeah, it was the worst.
But I made you discard 2 cards, so I guess that's.
Yes, you did.
Hopefully it hurts.
Well, I'm going to draw two more, maybe more than 2 more.
I am going to
I'm not going to go through the rest of these, but sure. It is going to be something.
Promote her. So I did that. I can log a card. Resupply. I don't have to promote her. I could promote him.
Oh, he is gone. I played him. I'm putting them up here so you guys can see them, and then I'm forgetting to bring them down here if they're not deployed.
Gain 2. So I put.
Oh, I don't think I had a choice with warping the ship. I had to have warped him somewhere.
I gain a glory.
I'm not taking it, but.
And I may log a card from my hand or discard pile. So yeah, got a lot of bad cards here. Kill that. Okay, so I did that. And I can do this guy. Got these really bad cards. I think I have 10 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How about that? 2 up.
Hey.
And then I still have an action.
Good.
So what do I do? Oh, after I'm attacked, put a card on top of a deck. I'll put this card on top of my deck.
I attacked you.
I just put this into play right this second. After putting a shady into play, put this card on top of your deck and gain 1.
So keep that in mind because those are.
Yeah. Let me draw a card. I'm gonna gain 2 of these, and I will play Beverly.
Okay, and then
Return an incident from my discard pile. Pretty sure I have 1 or 2.
or 5.
This one.
It is an incident.
And then I'm going to discard this guy because he's stupid.
Are you done?
Yes. And then I'm going to put a thing on that, I guess.
Which? The board probe?
Yeah.
Okay, and then?
And then that's draw up.
And then draw up. One last turn. Ding, ding, ding.
What am I buying? I want all of these cards.
Yeah. You want me to wait on you or?
No, whatever you want.
No, whatever you want. Because I'm deploying this card. Well, no, sorry. Resupply, gain 1 per cargo. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cargo. And that's that. Nothing over here because I just got that one guy out there. Deploy this card, gain 1 glory. Did it. Now you owe me 1. Now utilizes up. Now I'm going to draw 2 cards. Desperately needed. I do not have a scientist in play still. Boo. Let's see. That's 1 action. That's 2 actions. Ooh. I'm going to play Jamel. Discarded card is a weapon, gain a ship. Sure. I'm going to draw a card. Keep it, discard it, or log it. Play is to log up to 2 cards from hand or discard pile. It doesn't matter if they're logged, really. For purposes of me. So I might as well get the glory for it. Discard it to gain 1. All right, still haven't done the first one. Might as well beam a location, a weapon. Oh, I don't have one. And or discard pile. Do not have one. Who earns? Well, this might get me one. Draw a card for each controlled location with one or more dudes. That's a total of 2. That did get me one. Beam a weapon here from my hand. Oh, look, it's a ship.
Wow.
The ship, the ship is now beamed to the planet. How many tags do I have? I have 2 tags. Oh yeah, I don't think I could have used him anyway. Yeah, because it requires a lot of science. I am going to gain on 1 specialty track. So that's going to be yellow. I'm going to put a card on top of my deck to gain a person. Oh, look, it's this guy. It's so good. That shady dude. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Oh, sorry. After I chose utilize, draw a card and you gain 2 dilithium, or I gain 2 dilithium and you may draw a card. Now I'm going to draw a card. Well, unfortunately, oh, it happened before I did this. This was the card I put on top of my deck. That was this card on top of my deck to play a person. This was after. So I draw this one and we'll still put this on top of my deck. Unfortunately, I'm out of actions. So I'm going to play this to gain a gold. So you did gain your, yeah, you did. I'll color something up. Ew, that's bad. Let's make them, whoops, that's mine. Let's make them all worth, well, 2 or 3.
Resupply again. Glory. And then play this guy. Deploy this card. Junk a card from
2, 3, 4. I do get another one.
Here, kill this, please.
I am looking for, kill this one. I get one of these.
Free play a ship. Free playing this. I may enlist a development. So 6.
None of these greatly matter. So if cost matters,
He costs 2. Spend. So I did this one. Discard to be my card to warp this ship. I don't think I can.
All right, continue. Thanks, Jelfia. How long
So-
we been out of sound?
Hopefully not long, but thanks for that raid.
Just in case you didn't hear us, thanks for the raid, Space Cats, Peace Turtles.
Just so you know what I'm doing here.
She's not listening.
You want to show it?
Show what? I don't understand what.
And this is what I'm doing.
Okay, why am I showing this? For
It's pretty cool.
okay.
So I get to discard all these types of things for
That's
one
right
glory.
before I commented on the raid.
Oh, okay. I didn't see a comment for the raid. So one cargo.
Thanks for raiding, Space Cats, Peace Turtles. What were y'all playing? We welcomed you, but we're not sure whether you heard us because of our microphone. We are super heads down into our last round of Star Trek Captain's Chair. Matter of fact, I've already got some of my victory points figured out.
4. All right, I can discard 4 things.
Okay.
I get 4 glory.
For what?
For the card I just played that I was showing everybody.
All right. What is? Let me see the thing. So you had 4 different types
Yes.
to discard?
Yes.
All right.
And then I'm free playing this, which is spend 3 of these, which I don't think are anything at the end of the game
I
anyway.
don't think so.
To gain an action.
Holy mackerel.
And then
She continues.
I can play this.
Yeah, you can.
To spend 1 to return this card.
You should.
And I can refresh a ship.
Does that ship let
Sure.
you don't have you
all.
played a ship?
I did this one.
Is that a ship?
Oh,
That's
I don't know.
not a ship. It's a cargo.
It doesn't matter. I
It
can't.
does matter. It's a cargo.
Can't do anything.
You're watching the finals of the Twilight Imperium 4th edition tournament.
Nice.
Excellent.
And
Yeah, I remember y'all like to play that.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So I'm counting 9 glory.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep.
All right. These are nothing because they are basically gone. All that's left is this. So on the score sheet, it's going to ask you for glory tokens. So far, it's 11 to 9. Then we're going to count 1 point for everything on the neutral locations. I have 1. Steph has none. Then don't move any of your cards yet. After we've scored end game, cards don't matter where anything is. So you want to make sure to count end game stuff. Do not count the things you did not make from your development and reserved, but do your end game. I get 2 points per weapon, 2, 4, 6, 8. I get 4 if 2 or more away teams, total of 12 end game points. What's your end game?
Each of my allies. So
In log, right?
anywhere.
So end game, it doesn't matter where they are.
No.
All right. Well,
I'm counting.
yeah, look them all up. You got a card bend. There you go.
4 and.
And I'm not sure where this was because it was scooted out. You're a little bit careful. I think it was up a couple steps, but I don't know how many.
Yeah, it was here. Yeah. All right.
I think you need help.
Well, no, you were just
1,
making
2. I know you were bending the cards. That's a party foul.
3 and 4 is 7 total.
I counted 2.
7 total end game points. Total end game points. I added both of my cards. So 7.
7 total. I had 12. Now it doesn't matter where anything is. The remaining things that are left to do are these. Points on all your cards, points on blues, points on yellows, points on reds. If you manage to complete your mission, and points on missions for the advanced side of the boards, which we don't have any points from missions. We do get, both of us get all this. So now cards don't matter if they are here or in hand or in discard or in log. So now it doesn't matter where they are.
We're just adding the point.
We're adding points. You don't have to do them if you want. Do you want to do them where you're counting all these already, or no? Just points then. About what you got yesterday.
30.
30 to 36. All right. Now blues. I'm going to separate these out, make them real easy. I don't think I had any blues because I wasn't focused on them at all. Same for your reds. You barely got one just from an accident. Do you have a blue? That was my accident, that dang bio bed.
I don't think I have any blue.
You might get me on these special points. I don't have that many. I didn't beat your last score.
Wow. It's terrible.
What?
I didn't get any of my blues unlocked, so both of them are there. So
Oh no.
Too bad, but
You had no blues and you max blue.
yeah. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 7.
It's 35 times 7? Yeah, you might have killed me.
Plus 1 for the red.
Plus 1 for the, well, maybe you didn't kill me. I had a total of 37 points on bonus. And when you said 35, I thought you had killed me.
No, because I didn't have any blue.
You didn't have any blue or any red.
Well, I didn't have red tracks, so.
Well, yeah, I almost wondered if you had gone up on the red instead. I don't think you could have.
The
because you
problem
didn't have
is
the things.
his deck is not designed to do red.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So
You're right.
Not.
9, 10, 40, 75. It was a much better showing than what I had. You had 82, I had 96, which is not anywhere close to your 99 you got last game. Well, your 82 is not. My 96 is almost there.
Yeah, I needed these 12 points.
You absolutely needed those 12 points. Because I only left 5 points on the table.
Even taking the 3-point card got me an additional 4 points. It was a 7-point card, so it was still better than drafting that in the last turn. So
well, your engine started slower than it did last time, but man, you started steamrolling there at the end. I was like, I better end this as quickly as I can because you were steamrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I had more blue tags, but I did not. I knew to grab all the yellow when I could. I grabbing those when I could.
I knew you had blue in there and you didn't.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, everything just
went. Yeah. You gonna try to fix it?
Well, I fixed it.
So, Picard maneuver. That is Star Trek Captain's Chair. It is a big, chunky game, but that's... Whoa, what just happened, Steph?
I don't know. It's not doing what I want it to do, so sorry.
Wow. Can we finish the stream before you start messing with... Oh, and now we're on chunky, so... Do you have any check marks on? You have low light compensation on? Yes. You need.
Okay.
All right, let's just go ahead and end the stream. Thanks to WizKids for providing us this copy of Star Trek Captain's Chair. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And it looks like we are being invaded by aliens. That's what the problem is. So, if if you enjoyed this teacher playthrough and you want to see more just like it, come find us on YouTube. Search for Board Gamer Steph. Or even better, you can join us live on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, and we stream 3 games or more every single stream with a better camera image than what you're currently seeing right now. So, come join us on Twitch where we play all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.
Wow. And yeah, it's bad. So can you stop. First, the first thing you do, uncheck low light, and then take a big boulder and put it in the middle of that low light compensation thing and never let it be hit again. What is on your other ones?
I'm going to just cancel all of these things.
Okay, good.
And then I'm going to try and reactivate the camera somehow.
My goodness, it was a mess.
See? Then just fixes itself. So
yeah.
I don't get it.
Nope. All right, can we separate all of these? Startings, advanced. This game is screaming for expansions, though, I gotta say. If it's the same planets every time, I worry a little about that. Person, cargo, please. Advanced location. My development. Whoa, what was that?
I'll take the 3 little cubes over there.
3 little cubes. Person. Yep. Trying to make sure I'm not putting any of my stuff in there. What's yours? How'd you have one of mine? Oh, that was an incident. It's in my reserve. That's the first reserve card I bought. I'm like, really? That's not gonna help me any. It's just gonna get in my way. It's magic except bad. Did you not like Imperium?
Me?
No, Dan. Dan's the one talking.
He played it a few times with me. I don't think he likes it anymore, though.
He played it here, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Deployed. Available reserve. Available. Development. Developers. What are these?
Anything?
Can you work on that? That'd be great. Available. Reserve. Available. I'll give you a few more. Development. Available. Can't reach them, so that's fine. Tribbles. Thought you were going to do something.
Waiting for you to finish.
All right. Dude, deployed, available, reserved, developed. Trouble with tribbles. Whoops. The rest of the startings on top of the advanced with player aids. With these.